We're inside, we're outside, we're doing hydroponics, we're growing seedlings, we're growing food to eat right now. We're super busy in Southwest Ohio. Hello, welcome to Kim's Cozy Corner. It's been another week and it's time for us to do another weekly update on how the indoor garden and outdoor garden's doing. Today is February 22nd. And it's been a full week since I did the exact same update a week ago. Y'all, the garden continues to flourish. And I can't wait to share with you just how the garden is flourishing. I have my upstairs garden, I have my downstairs garden, and now I have the outdoor garden as well. Let's start with our outdoor garden. It's been a week since I planted out my first spot in my outdoor grow space, and we're going to see how it's doing. This is my Vego garden greenhouse. It's on top of the metal raised bed here. I had the cover all the way down, and we had some really warm weather last week. I wasn't here, but it was nice and warm, so it was able to really warm up in this greenhouse, and we got that greenhouse effect. Now let's go in close and see how the young plants are doing. And the first thing that we got outdoors, and it's only February, y'all. Okay, here we are inside. In the front, we put in onion. And then we have different types of cabbage back here on this side. Now, some of these pieces like that there and the one back there and some other pieces here, that's from last season. We just pulled it up and kind of left it in place to compost. We have cauliflower right here, a couple rows of cauliflower. And then we got broccoli over here. So the purple sprouting broccoli. And y'all, it's nice and warm in here. So I think we're in good shape. So this is cauliflower. And then I got 6 purple broccolis in the back. I got 4 cauliflowers coming across the front. And then over there is cabbage. But y'all, the onion, they look okay. So I did a video of me setting this up. If you haven't seen it, you can check it out. But we set it up. We watered it in. We fertilized it as we watered it in. And y'all, it's surviving. It's surviving. I'm going to leave this up today because the air feels a little stale in there, just to be honest with you. So I'm going to leave the top up right now. And then we're going to let the top down before the end of the day, if I remember to come out here and do it. And then we will close it back up and leave it closed up probably all of this upcoming week, because guess what? I'm not home again. But again, by the time you see this, I will be back. It's looking good and everything has survived so far. Y'all, it's only been 1 week and we had beautiful weather, but you can see that that raised bed is flourishing. So that Vego garden greenhouse cover is working. Now, here's my current situation. Y'all see that little light snow out there? That's what's going on right now. But the garden is super happy. I went out there and that greenhouse cover is down and those cool season crops are nicely tucked in. Now, when those crops finally produce a head for the broccoli or for the cauliflower, those things are going to be super sweet because they're going to get hit with some frost along the way. So that's the outdoor garden. We will now move to the upstairs garden, and we will start with my hydroponic systems here right behind me. So a week ago, y'all, these things were barely poking their little heads out of the little pockets. The Butter Crunch is happy. The Burgundy Delight is delightful. My Merlot back here has a lot of color. Merlot has a lot of color because I'm keeping this light right here nice and close to the plants. Over here, This is my little gem that's gotten very, very happy right here. And then in the back, that is my ruby red, which has some red colors and highlights and stuff to it as well. There are a few pockets that still didn't germinate, and I'm okay. We don't need any more pockets than what we already have with lettuce in it. Probably a week from now, y'all, I'll be ready to harvest some of this if I needed it, but I don't. So we'll be harvesting from other areas versus up here. So to keep everything happy in here, I'm keeping the light nice and close. You see that? You see how close that light is down there? And I turn the light back on, and it's going to continue. It's on a vegetable setting, not flowering, but vegetable. And it's getting about 12 hours of light a day. This unit over here, I keep it on 16 hours a day. I have cucumbers growing up the picture here. Yeah, everybody laughs at me because I got cucumbers growing up a picture. But cucumbers are growing up a picture. I have tomatoes for days over here, lots and lots. I have tomatoes like everywhere up here. I just harvested them, just a few of them, earlier today. And then I also had to tie this up. It had fallen over and broken. Well, not really broken, but you can see right here, it's got that little bend in it. It should heal itself and it should be okay. But it was so top heavy, y'all, it fell over. So I just took some twine to hold it, to get it all standing back up. I pulled out even more stuff that was kind of dead and done so that everything else, like these cucumbers here, had more access to the light versus dead leaves. I have a new cucumber here and a new cucumber there. This one is happy as well. So this was the first space that I had cucumbers coming in this year, and the first place that I had lettuce coming in this year. So let me get them turned back on. Now I have this one on fruiting and flowering because I have flowers, so I can have fruit on that one. Where this one is set just on just on green veggies, so no fruit and flowering for that one. But very happy, these two units are going very well. Over here, I have my GreenStalk that is on my ultimate mover down there. And this is a new thing for me, having a GreenStalk in my dining room. This is something new. Now, I did add a 100-watt grow light to it. I have this in, what is this? This grow light is the Let Pot one, and I also have it in the Metro Grow one. It's the exact same light, y'all. It's the same light, but I have both. But the 100-watt is what I have, not the 60-watt. I found that the 60-watt just wasn't powerful enough. This light stays on 16 hours a day is what it's staying on. Automatically comes on and goes off like everything else in the house. Now, let's get over here and let's look at this plant. Over here, I got little blooms on this plant right here. So the tomato plants are blooming. The lettuce is getting nice and big. The cucumbers are also blooming. They're blooming somewhere down here. There are cucumbers. There it is right there. Our first cucumber. It's right there. First cucumber. And then I also brought some trellising up here to kind of help direct these plants. And then this next tomato plant here is also blooming somewhere here. I saw blooms somewhere. And this one needs a little bit of water. I got to water this one. And then I have one more plant up here. So 2 lettuce, 2 tomatoes, and 2 cucumbers growing in the top. Moving down to the second tier, I have basil growing in here. In addition to the basil, y'all, I also have, where did I put it? Where did I put it? I went ahead and transplanted some cilantro in here. So I had an empty pocket. So I'm like, hey, let's bring some cilantro upstairs. And then, let me see what else. More basil. Uh-oh, I caught the chair. In the very bottom over here, a lot of these pockets, y'all, they just wasn't making it. I think Buttons was just messing with it a little bit too much. So I had collard greens down here, but you can see Buttons kind of went to town on those collard greens, y'all. So I added a pocket, 2 pockets actually, right here. and right here of parsley. So basil, parsley, and cilantro are herbs that I have growing in here to go along with the rest of the vegetables that I'm growing in this plant. Ultimately, I'm going to be growing green flowers here. Don't really have any to grow right now. So guess what? We're going to put some vegetables in there. So it's looking good, y'all. I turned the light off so you can kind of see it up close here, but it's looking really, really good. Really good, except for the bottom tier, which hopefully will come on back to us here because I have a gate over there. There's the gate that I use to keep buttons away from it. So now we've talked about upstairs, we've talked about outside. So now we're going to head downstairs and look at what's going on in the indoor growth space. And we got vegetables that we're harvesting as well as seedlings down there. So let's go check it out. Before I get too far, I still have my blueberry bush inside and I moved it up to this space right here. It's still green and healthy. We'll probably get it outside in about another month or so. But there's the blueberry bush that we took out of the grow room. They came at the wrong time of the year, so we had to leave it indoors. This is one of the last projects that we did together. One of them, I don't think it's the very last, but it's one of them. But we now have all of our peppers. Okay, not quite all of them, almost all of them, because you know I'll order some more. But we have over 30 of our peppers right here. So the peppers are in. Some of them we've already taken out and up pot, and then I have some that are just starting to come in, but the peppers are in, and we also have our eggplant in now. So peppers and eggplants are this next group of things that we are in the process of germinating and getting them big enough so we can transplant. I do have my heat mat on. This is the lead pot seed starting station that I'm using. It comes with the light and a heat mat and 40 cells that you can grow in. So we just did that a couple of days ago. I'm hoping within 7 days, we're going to start seeing lots of results out of here, especially since we have the heat mat on. So I'm always talking about how I have to keep my little farm dog out. Ooh, there's a hole she can get through. I hope she don't know that that's there. All right, now she can't get through. So I have my little gate up here blocking off this back room and all of my grow stuff. The things that we do to save our vegetables. I guess we'll go over here next. Now, everything just looks good. I just don't know how else to say it. Everything's green, it's healthy. I got celery over here looking good. I got cilantro, I got peppers. All of my brassicas are looking good, which they'll be going outside in just a few more weeks. At most 3 weeks, I'm thinking, I should be able to start getting brassicas in the garden. I have oregano, I have thyme, I have lavender growing up here. Then we move down to the next level down here, and there's more herbs down here. I got rosemary, holy basil, Thai basil, and more oregano down here. Look at you, trying to get in, huh? You want in? You want in? The little farm dog wants in. She don't realize there's a gap over there she can get in. I'll let her in since I'm in here. Come on in. I can't leave her in here, y'all. She'll eat me out of house and home, or she'll at least eat me out of my vegetables. I might as well leave it open so she can get out. All right, down here, more brassicas. There's everything from cabbage to broccoli. I think that's, cabbage and broccoli in this one here. And this one over here, we've already talked about it. More herbs over there. That right there were my potatoes, and y'all, those potatoes are done. I don't know what's going on with it, but when I get a minute, we're going to just pull that out because it's dead, it's dying, it's not happy. I'm not happy when I look at it not being happy. So we will get that taken care of. I do not believe there's any potatoes in there, but I want to get it cleaned up, and then maybe we can repot to get ready to start more potatoes, because I do have some seed potatoes that are looking like we could plant them and get something out of those, and we'll be able to get them outside in less than a month. This little pot right here, this little 2-gallon pot though, it looks good. and it's very, very happy. Back here are my microgreens, and they're looking good. I started some more microgreens today, and I really should put the dome on, but I'm not going to because I just don't like it. Looks like you get some kind of mold or something with the dome. So no dome, we're just going to start it just like that. Here I have more brassicas. I believe this is cauliflower over here. Well, it's a combination of things. There's cabbage and cauliflower in there. Here's a lot of the things that I up potted from the seed starting station from over there. We did a lot of up potting over the last few days. We got Brussels sprouts. We got sage. Y'all remember I was struggling with sage? There's 6 solid pockets of sage. Over here, I have 6 pockets of sweet peppers. And it was really a little early to do sweet peppers, but y'all, I wanted to get some over here in this GreenStalk early before we got them outside. So I went ahead and started a few sweet peppers. We also have collards in that one back there. And way in the back, that's parsley growing. And then I have 6 different pockets of lettuce waiting to go in when there's a place for it. Up here, I have different types of kale and collard greens and tatsoi. Over here, purple sprouting broccoli and celery. One thing of onion that I need to go through and get it out. Last week, I had to up pot a little earlier than I liked. Some things were a little small. I'm hoping I don't lose them. Finally, y'all see this right here? These are my impatiens coming up. Behind the impatiens, that right there, y'all, those are coleus, and right here beside it is coleus. So they're coming up and they're happy. And then all the way over here, more cabbage. So between broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, y'all, I'm solid. I'm solid this year as long as nothing happens and I lose them. But right now we're solid. We already have some in the ground outside a month early, and then we have the next batch ready to go. So we're in good shape. We're in really good shape. Moving all the way up here to the top area up here, I have all of my onion. I gave them a haircut last week. They're still looking really, really good. And then I got some Korean Napa cabbage that doesn't look really good, and they look like they're infested. They sure are. Look at that. It's got little aphids on it. So I get rid of aphids from here, and then they end up over here. So they're going to have to come out. And I have Korean cabbage already outside. We're going to just toss these 2 because I don't want to infest everything else. So she done found something to eat. She stole all of my green beans earlier, so maybe she hid some. Moving over here to my lemon green stalk. I mean, y'all, it's looking good. I harvested 4 cucumbers off of here earlier today. And then I have carrots that are really, really doing well over here. The carrots are happy. Like I said, I harvested cucumbers, but y'all, there are more cucumbers growing on here. I mean, there's at least a dozen between the 2 pockets of cucumbers that I have in this planter here. Like this one right here, there's one that I'll definitely be harvesting next week. I got my bunching onions. I harvested them a week ago and used them on some food that I was cooking. There's some more cucumbers over there. I also planted some just regular onion in here. More cucumbers coming around to this side. Oh, I think I've already talked about these. So I took out all of the beans. I had beans growing in here. So I removed the last 3 pockets of beans and we added onion. I have these onion that are like, there's only 1 or 2 in the container and I don't want to waste a whole container on 2 onion. So I put onion in this pocket. We already had lettuce growing. I added onion to this pocket, and then we already had lettuce growing here as well. In this pocket right here, I went ahead and added A micro dwarf tomato is called veranda, not verando, veranda, to this pocket here. Here's a picture of what it looks like. That one's a new one to me this year, so we're going to enjoy that one this year. And then down in the bottom, I have lettuce, and this will probably be the next place where we harvest lettuce. In this pocket here, I have cauliflower and bok choy growing together, so we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do in that pocket. Two more pockets of lettuce, and then one more pocket of a mixture between bok choy and cauliflower. So that is the yellow GreenStalk vertical planter with tons and tons and tons of cucumbers growing and lettuce. Those are the two big ones, I think, this time. Moving over to this GreenStalk right here, which is the last thing that I need to share with you today, as buttons try to steal my lettuce behind me. No stealing of lettuce. I have lettuce that I put down here in this pocket. Now, lettuce can take a little bit of shade. It doesn't need full sun. It can be partial sun. And this lower tier really struggles with getting the maximum amount of light. So I do have a light right here on it. And then I keep spinning it around so that we can make sure everything is covered. Since we're down here, let's stay down here. I have a dog stealing lettuce. Get out of my lettuce. Here. So she's stealing my lettuce from here. No, 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 no. I have purple magic broccoli growing down here. I have some sweet peppers. Okay, y'all, I'm going to have to give her lettuce. She's not going to leave me alone. Here. I also have sweet peppers that I've already put in here. Now, this brown GreenStalk is my GreenStalk for all of my sweet peppers. So if I'm putting something in the GreenStalk that's not a sweet pepper, I need it to have an early maturing date because I want to make sure I get peppers in here and have them ready to go before we ever get them outside. I'm putting in things that in my mind are super quick, or they've already been in long enough that I should still get a harvest before we have to take this outside. I had to lock you out. You got to stay on that side. Moving up, there's more broccoli, and you can see this broccoli up here looks better than the one down there because it's getting more light. I have lights all the way up high. I have a light on the back side and a light right here. So this one has 3 lights on it, where the yellow one only has this one light just behind me here, and this light right here shines to the side. So I believe with the lights we have, they're getting good coverage. I also added some more tomatoes to the top of this one here, and I cut all of my peppers all the way back, and doing so, y'all, I lost some. I did that, and some of them just decided, you keep cutting me back, I obviously don't need to be here, and they quit on me, where others are starting to come back. So like that one down there, that one's coming back. There's one way over to the side there that's coming back. Y'all, at the end of the day, it's no great loss because I have a ton of peppers that I can put in here to keep the harvest coming and still get an early harvest, because I will take the peppers, get them in this GreenStalk, have them established nice and big before we ever move outside. So it's okay. It's okay that I lost a few. You know, hey, we live and we learn. We live and we learn. All the way down in the bottom here, y'all, that is a collard. It's the only one collard that survived of the first collards that I put in. I don't know why, but I got one whole collard plant. We'll find something to do with that one. Up here, I just harvested a ton of tomatoes. Well, it wasn't a ton, but I harvested tomatoes today. So that's why they're all green versus any orange hat tomatoes. And then this one, I don't know what it's doing, y'all. I don't know. Does it want to grow? Does it not want to grow? I can't decide. But the one that's doing amazing, and it always does amazing, that's my orange hat. So there's another pepper that I've already transplanted in. And I think that's everything in that one. So the variety is really increasing in what I'm growing in my indoor grow space right now. We got a lot of different things going on versus just lettuce and tomatoes and cucumbers. There are a lot of different things growing right now. And the number of seedlings that we've started, I mean, there are seedlings everywhere. I mean, I have seedlings really taking off. And when those peppers come in, y'all, I'm going to have to find somewhere to put them and keep them under grow lights as well. What I believe is going to happen is that I'm going to start moving my cool season crops upstairs so they can start hardening off with the sun so I can get them outside. And then the peppers and the summer crops will start taking the places of the cool season crops. So, y'all, that's an update at Kim's Cozy Corner. We're inside, we're outside, we're doing hydroponics, we're growing seedlings, we're growing food to eat right now. We're super busy in Southwest Ohio. I hope you enjoyed the update, and if you did, consider subscribing to the channel, turning on notifications, and telling everybody all about it, because I like to show you everything that I'm doing, and I like to teach along the way, and it might be something that's helpful to you. And at the same time, I hope you're sharing your knowledge so I can continue to improve my gardening as well. So until next time, and I hope there will be a next time that you hang out with me at Kim's Cozy Corner. Bye.